This is a reading of Brenda's blog titled, No Expectations, Within or Out. Dear ones, you likely need your thoughts and actions justified. But because you are shifting daily, such is not possible. The same was true during your Beyond 3D transition and will continue during this initial phase of your new being. You are eradicating emotions, actions, and thoughts you once held dear. As 3D shoulds fade away, so do the corresponding actions tied to those shoulds. So you do not necessarily yet know what thoughts or actions apply to your new being. You are similar to a 3D newborn testing your skills with an inner knowing that more is necessary. As a newborn being, you knew before you attempted to do so that you would propel yourself beyond the space allotted to you. So it is now. You know future actions and thoughts before being completely ready to execute them, creating the feeling that you are not doing enough, that you are a new you failure. Such is not at all true. You will eventually claim your whole being. In the meantime, you will have inner glimpses of your future skills and interests. Allow yourself to develop those skills. As was true during your early transition phases, you probably assume you will wake up with your entire bag of new you skills intact and ready to utilize. Instead, you now sense glimmers of who you will be eventually. The difference between a 3D newborn and you is that your skills development is expedited. Instead of months or years to fully develop, you will do so in moments, days, or perhaps a few weeks, being at an expedited rate. So your thoughts, needs, and emotions are in constant flux. What was essential or frightening yesterday will not be today. What seems impossible today will be forgotten or easily achieved tomorrow. And no time frames need to be adhered to, unlike 3D. A 3D infant typically performs certain functions around the same time as other infants. Your new you shift does not have expectations, nor may ever. One being might initiate a universal healing program while their friend will not. Yet another will start dimension hopping in the waking state. All activities required to fulfill personal interests developed through eons of universal exploration. Expectations of who might do this or that will become non-existent. Someone who dimension hops is no more or less skilled than someone who heals others emotionally or claims skills that were seemingly beyond most, if not all, 3D humans. 3D beings limited their skill set to areas that helped them live within 3D limited parameters. Those who fitted outside those parameters were labeled odd or not in their right mind. Everyone was pushed to fit within the 3D box of rightness. Such is no longer true. Your new being is adventuresome and all-inclusive. In a sense, like a 3D child in a candy store. What do you wish to explore? You do not even need to understand why you want to explore that arena, for that question limits your adventures. Your new world is wide open. It is normal, even expected, that your thoughts, beliefs, needs, and explorations will be of wide-ranging interest to you. And you will not be deterred if others do not need to explore similar areas. In a sense, your new life is a free-for-all. What seems interesting? What do you want to explore? Those questions are no longer prefaced by what society labels possible or normal. There are no expectations from within or without. Just as others cannot label you, neither can you label yourself. For 1 minute, you wish to do or be that, and the next, something completely different. You are now adjusting to this seemingly haphazard way of being. One moment you'll be content, and the next angry about your life or an experience. There are no longer personal givens, including universal aspects you wish to explore while of the earth in this lifetime, or the amount of time you will devote to those explorations. You might feel or act flighty at first. It will seem to others and yourself that you cannot devote yourself to anything, until you do, for 10 minutes or 10 years. The 3D boxes of shoulds are gone, only to be replaced with new thoughts, actions, developments, and creations. You are so entirely new that no rules or even thoughts apply. This wide-open venue of being might seem frightening for a time, for you are used to formulas of rightness, none of which now apply. Allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to discover yourself without fear, shoulds, or angst. You are a new being in a new world who has negated personal or societal formulas of who you should be and what you should do. An exhilarating time with touches of fear about your new personal freedom. Should or can someone tell you what to do? No. You are not your brother's keeper or a novice in a new world. You have prepared for this time more thoroughly than any previous earth life, including incorporating the appropriate segments into your being, allowing you to fully explore this new world in new ways you envisioned for eons. Allow yourself to be without parameters, shoulds, and rules of right and wrong. Those aspects were explored throughout the eons for your preparations for now. Allow yourself to be from moment to moment and year to year. All is wonderfully, gloriously, beautifully well in your new personal world. So be it. Amen.